Hey everybody, welcome to Hobby Progress Tasting Room. Today we're bringing you a little introduction to summer with three of Boulevard's summer beers. The Boulevard Rattler Ginger Lemon, the Hibiscus Ghost, a very sour beer, and then the Tropical Pale Ale, which is a more fruity beer. Uh, just a heads up, none of these are beers that I would normally buy. The Radler has been recommended to me several times, and so I went ahead and picked it up. And then I figured, well, hey, if I'm picking up the Radler, let's just pick up the Hibiscus and the Tropical for fun, and we'll do a summer series. You'll notice, and it's been commented to me, I drink a lot of Boulevard. It's local, and it's one of my favorite breweries in town. So, and it's easy for me to get my hands on, so these are what my first few videos are going to be about. I really enjoy Boulevard beers, but I digress. So let's go ahead and get this party started with the Boulevard Rattler Ginger Lemon. So this is a citrus beer brewed with ginger and lemon. It is, all of these are going to be relatively low alcohol content, and I apologize because I did poor research and I can't seem to find the alcohol. It is 4.1 alcohol by volume. So this is, like I said, it's going to be a low alcohol day. Summer beers and lighter beers, you generally want a lower alcohol content because you're going to be drinking because you're a little more on the thirsty side and you don't want to get too hammered at your neighbor's barbecue or your nephew's soccer game. These are things you don't want to do. All right. So with this Ginger Rattler, it is extremely cloudy and yellow. So it looks like your basic light beer, right? Wow. So right up front, lemon. That's all you can smell. Lemon. That's nuts. This thing's gonna taste like lemonade. Watch. Okay? I'm not wrong. It tastes like a bitter lemonade. And then finishes with ginger. So it's exactly as advertised. This is a ginger lemon beer. You don't get a whole lot of bitter. When I say it's a bitter lemonade, it's like they didn't add enough sugar to a fresh squeezed lemonade. So it's got all the citrus bitter, not a hop bitter. So it doesn't taste like beer. It doesn't give you that strong beer flavor. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Um, I think on a really hot day, I could drink a six pack of this. I don't think it would. I don't think it would be a bad deal. Um, it would go well with food. I don't think it would distort a lot of flavors. If you ate this with like a veggie tray or something like that, it would be good. Hot dogs and burgers, it'd be fine. Um, just watch what sweet you eat because that lemon really does bring out a lot of sweetness. Um, so it's definitely a sweet beer, but not a sour or anything like that. It's good. It's good. It's drinkable. It's light. I'm very fizzy. I like it. Um, like I said, it's still not one I would buy on a regular basis, um, just because it's not my style. But I would recommend. Um, I would actually recommend it if you've got someone that doesn't like the super beery hop flavors, but still wants to have a beer on a barbecue weekend. That's one I'd go with. All right. Definitely have to cleanse a little bit after that. That is ridiculous. That has a lot of flavor. All right. Let's go ahead and try the Hibiscus Ghost. Now, this is a sour beer, and I usually avoid sour beers. I really do. So it's a sour ale, and it says it is brewed with sea salt, coriander, and hibiscus flowers. I've never had beer brewed with flowers. I don't know how that comes out. It claims it is tart, tangy, and pink with an exclamation point. So I'm not sure about that. So 4.2 alcohol by volume. That is not bad. Again, another light beer. Let's see how this thing pours. If it is indeed pink. So far, it doesn't live up to its exclamation point. So the Hibiscus Ghost. It's more orange than pink. I have to be honest. I know my camera is not necessarily the best, but it's got an orange tint to it. Oh no, see, okay, you hold it up to the light, it gets a little bit of a pink. You know what it's like? It's like a 7-Up, like a cherry 7-Up. It's about that pink, and it looks almost identical. All right, let's see what this brewed with flowers is. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really getting a lot of smell off of this one. It smells a little on the sweet, but I'm really not getting a whole lot of aroma off of it. Wow. I know I use that a lot. That's got sea salt to it. It's a salty beer. Okay. You do kind of get a citrus flavor to it. Tangy is not what I would use. But you almost get a floral taste to it. Not. I mean, not like you sit there and chewed on a flower, but you do get a little bit of a floral flavor. That's interesting, actually. But man, any good flavors it would have is so overpowered by the saltwater taste that you get right at the beginning. And then it finishes floral and sweet. Maybe it's just my distaste for sours, but that taste right when it hits your tongue is incredibly sour. Maybe that's the tangy that they're referring to, but not my style. If you like a salty and sweet, and generally I do like a chocolate covered pretzel or something like that, that's salty and sweet. Um, this doesn't have the savory to it though, like a good chocolate would. This is just a salty sweet. It's just like a sugar cube, you know, wrapped in salt. That sounds awful, but it's not quite that bad. But it's I don't know. I don't know. It's not bad. I know I'm trash talking it, just because it's definitely not one I would buy again. Um, I wouldn't even recommend that one to a friend. I'd have to know that they liked sours, and know that they're okay with that kind of flavor. Again, a sour goes so far down on my beer list. It's might as well not even be on it. So Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask, but I do not recommend the hibiscus. Just wow. I'm gonna have to definitely wash out on that one. I think after having a few of those, I think you would have such a salt flavor in your mouth. I'm not even sure what food you could eat that with. I don't know. All right, so we're going to move on down the line to the tropical pale ale. This says it is fresh, exotic, and fruit. Grapefruit and passion fruit pale ale. I like that Boulevard adds those little descriptors to their cans and bottles. So this is a 5.9 alcohol by volume. So now we jumped clear up above the 5% mark. And in the beer world, anything over the 5% mark is a pretty good beer. You know, you go off of your standards of beer, and most people live around the 5% mark. All right. So the Boulevard Tropical Pale Ale. I don't want to hide my can here too much, or my pour here too much. It pours a little cloudy. It's got a nice orange amber color to it. It's not the yellow amber that the Rattler was. You can definitely see the difference there. And it's not what the hibiscus was either, where they claim the hibiscus is pink and it's got more of an orangey color to it. This is definitely a darker ale colored. I mean, it is an ale, so you'd expect it to be ale colored. Anyway, this tropical pale ale. Let's see what we can get out of the smell. Grapefruit. That's pretty much what you can smell right off the top. You get that fruity, acidic grapefruit smell. Generally not a huge fan of grapefruit, but if it's done properly, I can definitely drink it. That's actually done relatively well. You still get a lot of grapefruit. It's really sweet, but it finishes with the passion fruit. So grapefruit up front, passion fruit at the end, with just a good tone of ale in between. So it's got a little bit of a beery flavor, but so overpowered by the fruit that you don't really taste it all that much. No. The Tropical Pale Ale is going to get a good score from me. Not as good as the Rattler, in my opinion, but just because I think I don't like the fruity flavor so much. So yeah, no, I would recommend this one to someone that, again, maybe doesn't want all the beer flavor of a beer. You're going to be drinking on a hot summer day at a barbecue. That likes grapefruit, because you can definitely taste the grapefruit. Yeah, though, just wants something light and refreshing. I think this could be your deal. This would be a recommend. Again, to a friend that you know their tastes, though. This isn't a sour, but it's not your traditional ale either. So it's a little bit too sweet for that. I like it, though. Probably won't buy it again, though. Even as much as I may like it, it's not going on my buy list. So let's go over these again. The Rattler. The Rattler is lemon. It finishes with the ginger, and probably my favorite of the three today. If I was going to go to a barbecue tomorrow, the Rattler is probably what I would take of these three. The Hibiscus Goose, no. Just no. Too salty, no aroma. I just had a hard time with it. But again, I'm the wrong person to ask about sours. But the Hibiscus Ghost gets a no from me. Boulevard Tropical Pale Ale gets a yes. Would I drink it on a regular basis? No. Would I recommend it to a friend that likes fruity tropical drinks? Sure. So, will any of these make my top 6? No, they will not. These are not my style of beers, folks. I'm more of a dark, flavorful, stouts and porters kind of person. But were these fun and light? Would I drink them at a party? Yes. Yes, I would. So thanks for joining me for the Hobby Progress Tasting Room. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a like and subscribe here on YouTube. Go and find me on Facebook at Hobby Progress and give us a follow there. If you've got any suggestions, beers you'd like me to try, whiskeys you'd like me to try, wines you'd like me to try, give me a link to where I can find them, and I'll do my best to get to them. If you've got any suggestions about how I can improve this, also leave those there. You can email me at hobbyprogress@gmail.com as well, and I will get back to you with any suggestions you got there. Again, Rattler, Hibiscus Goose, and Tropical. It's a very summer episode, and I hope you enjoyed it.